Hello, and welcome to today's webinar. We're actually going to talk about Mother's Day gift ideas, and I'm Stacy Wolke, and this is
Courtney Mitchell.
And we just wanted to go over some ideas for Mother's Day because, of course, everybody knows that you've got to get your mother something. So the first thing we want to go over is, and give me 1 second here. So let's do some housekeeping things, and I am going to get our PowerPoint up here. And you will notice when you are calling in, if you can't hear us, please call in and join by phone audio. That usually fixes the problem. The other thing that sometimes works is if you log out of the webinar and back in, that sometimes corrects your issues as well. If you need to see us bigger, you will notice a collapse or expand. You'll have a bar that you can make bigger or smaller from the PowerPoint to our screen. And you will also notice that there is a question section over in your bar. You can type anything in question-wise that you want us to answer. We've got people behind the scenes answering, or Courtney and I can answer live for you. So next up, we always like to do a couple poll questions. So I'm going to go ahead and click on those for you, and we're going to launch the first question. So first up is, what is your primary form of personalization? Are you doing sublimation, heat transfer, laser rotary engraving, UV LED, or do you do vinyl or screen printing? And we've actually got quite a few coming in. We've got about 50% of you that have already voted. I'm going to give it a couple more seconds here. It looks like we've got quite a few people on sublimation. And the great thing with that is we've got quite a few items we can show you today. So we've got almost everybody collected on that one. So I'm going to go ahead and close that first one. And we're going to go on to the second one. So this is a question that's actually near and dear to our heart. You know, we always attend in-person trade shows. So if an in-person trade show was going to be offered this fall or winter, would you attend? And actually,
this is unanimous.
This is a almost unanimous out there. It seems like you guys are interested in going to trade shows.
Spring has sprung and everyone wants to get out.
Yeah, I think that, you know, we're in Ohio right now, and it is actually, now it's supposed to rain today, but it's still like 80 degrees. So definitely love that. I think people want to get out there.
Oh yeah, it's cool in the studio, but it's warm outside.
Yeah. So it looks like everybody's voted on that. And again, we're almost unanimous. And then our last one, this is a funny, you know, just a funny one. Let's see if I can launch it. Are you planning on getting your mother or your spouse something for Mother's Day?
If my husband's watching, I wonder if he's
gonna get
the hint. Yeah.
I don't know. My husband might be watching, and sometimes I think he forgets when the holidays are. You know. We've got George behind the scenes, yes. And he's going, crap, I need to get something for my wife.
I see some things in front of you, so there. We'll see what we can do before we head out today.
Luckily, George works with so many women.
I know. Poor guy. He's never going to forget the holidays.
That's a good thing. It's a good thing. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was just going to say we've got quite a few people. Yeah, everybody looks like either they're the mom or they're definitely going to buy something.
That's a good thing. Lots of gifts coming.
So just real quick on a technical aspect too, we're going to have the close-up camera working today. So Stacy will be able to show some items up close. If you're on a mobile device, I believe it's swipe up on the camera. We'll switch between the main camera and the close-up camera. So correct. Just if you're watching on your computer, you will just see both cameras side by side.
Definitely. Mm-hmm. The other thing is, this is always a question somebody asks us. We are going to be recording today's webinar, and after the webinar is over, we do email that out to you. So you can, you know, if you miss something or you just want to redo it or send it to somebody else, you're able to do that. And I'm going to go ahead and close this last poll. We're going to go on to the next slide. And this just goes through. We'll talk about that later. So I'm actually going to downsize this PowerPoint so that you can see a little more of what we are showing you today. So I'm gonna let Courtney start and she can pick an item that she wants to talk about.
Well, I'm going to pick my favorite first because I think that if anyone's talked to me over the last few weeks, shimmer, shimmer, shimmer. So this is our new shimmer tumbler. It comes in 4 great colors. So we're going to do more of like a pearly white. What you're seeing here is going to be that purple color. We also have what we would consider to be more of a mint color. And then also, obviously, you have to have pink. And on Wednesdays, we wear pink. So
We do.
obviously, you have to go get that.
We should have had the mint because look at your nails. It would have
Yes,
matched.
I know they would have. And the nails were good for
Do we want to
the
show
St.
that up
Patrick's Day.
close
Oh, yeah,
in case anybody wants to see that?
of course. And as far as methodology and ways to, you are going to be sublimating this. So I'm not sure if I noted that prior, but that's going to be a sublimation tumbler. You can also do some printing on that. So there's a few different methodologies you'd be able to use there.
And the lid and that straw come with it too. So I'll
Yeah.
give that back to Courtney. And then while we're on drinkware, I'll kind of go over and talk, this has been our really popular, this is just our regular economy mug. And this of course has the white inside. This is still on sale on our website. So you guys want to check this out. This is our most popular, it's kind of that staid and true. What do you give your mom? A coffee mug. So there is that. I'm not going to show that one up close, but we do have one behind me. And this is our inner color. This has got a cool little saying on it. And it's got the inside green, but I just wanted to show that you can do something like that right on there. And I'm going to go over here and show you these close up. And you can see this has got the inner color, and this is just our regular economy one.
Courtney, we did have a quick question on the shimmer tumbler.
Yes.
Again, can you remind the folks how they can personalize that? I think
Sure.
Yep.
So this is going to be poly-coated, so you're able to sublimate that. And then you're also able to print on that as well. So there's a few different things that you can do. I know that there's a few that came in saying that you're doing vinyl. Also able to do that as well.
And that tumbler does have a very slight taper to it, very, very slight.
Very
We
Yes.
do have the template available on our product page on our
We
website.
do. And we actually, that is a question we get. When you go to print the template off, you will notice that slight taper in it. That is
Mhm.
why it is not a complete rectangle when you go to do that.
Perfect. Yeah. You want to?
Yep,
We'll just
go on with
continue to work with the drinkware. So obviously it's going to be a mason jar. Again, sublimation. So it's going to be poly coated for all you sublimators. Really great idea for Mother's Day. I know that as a mother myself, I have, I can't even count how many pieces of drinkware that I have.
I know.
So this would be something else to round it out. But again, you can do vinyl on there. You can also do different types of print technologies right back on there.
Yep, and that one comes in white and also the stainless steel color.
Mhm.
So you have the 2 different options. Oh, and it does come with a handle as well. And I'm going to show this also a little bit close up, and you'll notice this is the traditional rim on it. And it does come with the top. It does have the rubber seal in it. And then it's got a nice stainless steel straw.
We did have a question again about the shimmer tumbler, and I think Stacy, I'm going to ask you to hold that up a little bit closer to the for the close-up camera. And the question was about, is there anything you need to do special to UV print that? And other than just noting that taper, which is just kind of at the top, it really sits relatively flat. I think, correct, Stacy? You can just UV LED print to that.
You can. You're going to go ahead and just put it in your bed, and it's going to be able to print right on it. The great thing is you'll notice, and I'm going to kind of hold it this way. So you'll notice there is just a slight taper, but it is very minimal.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, and then we will finish out the drinkware portion here by doing this brand new 10-ounce Simply. So this is going to be for engravable, so laser engravers, rotary, and then you can also, again, do some of still that print technology, so heat transfer, vinyls. So there's a lot of great capabilities with that, but it is not poly-coated for sublimation. But I'll have Stacy also do, that's a brand new line for us. So we do have 4 colors, I believe, in that line, which would be the royal blue, the color that you're seeing right now, a white, and then also a stainless option.
And I love this lid that comes with it. You will notice that it is the locking lid. So it has got that on there. so that when you're taking it out on the road, you can shut it as you're walking. I don't know about you, but when I'm walking, it tends to be holding this and 800 other things. So then I'm not going to spill it all over myself.
And I just want to note, because this is one of the first times I saw this in person since brand new launch, the quality of this 10-ounce mug is phenomenal. It's great.
I know a lot of people are using, you're going to see out there some of the name brand ones that you can get at like the Dick's. This is a highly comparable to those, and it's going to be able to be customized, which is what your customers want.
Real quick on the mason jar, somebody hopped in late, and I know we showed that one.
Mhm.
It does come with the straw, correct?
Yes.
And that is sublimatable.
It is.
correct. Uh-huh.
It is. It's a really cool thing. I personally, as a mother, I know that I have to go to, soccer games and different things, in this wonderful spring that we've got. And that is a great product that I can have, it's customized to me. I can have lemonade in it. I can have iced tea in it, and I can take it to my kids' events.
Yeah. And the straws are great. We live in a green world, and it's a great thing that we now have these drinkwares.
Reusable. I know that is the big thing. I go to Disney a lot, and I don't know if you knew, but they got rid of their regular straws. So people are actually packing those and taking them with them.
So great for travel.
Yeah,
Even better.
exactly. So I want to talk to you guys about, actually, you know what? I'm going to go to Apple Watches. So the big thing right now, and we're going to have to show these up close too, but the big thing on your Apple Watches is these are sublimatable. We're going to go up close. And this is a really cool one. It comes with, the moving parts for that. Also, you will notice it does come with all of the hardware. And we've done a couple different designs. This is one, and actually this has got the initials on it. And then this one, and I'm going to, of course, drop it, has a name. So you can put whatever you want and sublimate on those for somebody to have a nice custom piece for their Apple Watch.
And you know what's really cool too is all of the time. So when I first had Bren, my husband got me this really cool bracelet, and then it was her birthstone and her name on it. You can add your children's names on the side of that. That would just be a really cool option to continue to do.
Well, definitely. Like this one says Jennifer, or excuse me, Jamie, but you could have Jamie, Tyler, Bryn right on there.
Yeah. So it'd be a very, very cool personalization.
So the question, I knew we were going to get it, does that come with the attachments for the Apple Watch, and does it work with another watch?
It does. So you'll see we've already got the attachments for the Apple Watch on it, but let me show you, it does come with the wire. So, or I shouldn't even say the wire, the little attachment, give me 1 second here, and let's see if I can not drop it. It has the little pin that you can use if you've got an Android that takes the pin, and that's kind of hard to see on there.
And we do have multiple sizes on the website, so just make sure you're picking the right size for the right size watch.
One. Yep. Correct. And like I said, these are fully customized, so really they can do anything that they want on it. This is I like that it's got, the tie-dye that's really popular right now.
Yes.
But then we've also got the dots on this one, which another popular trend for the spring.
Yeah, great colors.
Another question, which was a great question on the watch bands, can you UV LED print on the watch bands?
Can.
Sure.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
This gives you a lot of different options depending on what technology you've got available.
Mm-hmm.
And it is because obviously they can't feel the watch band, but it is like a faux leather kind of a feel to it. So it's not like the rubber bands. It's
not at all. And
leather.
Actually on the back, you can even see that leather-like material. It's nice. It's got a nice soft touch to it. Good questions on those. Well, then I wanted to go over and talk about our home decor line. We've actually showed this a couple times before. This is one of our hanging sublimatable panels, and it's got a twine hanging. So this comes already attached to it. And then this panel will come not attached to the sign initially. You're going to sublimate on the panel and then attach it to the sign. And now this product is ready to hang on a wall. So you can actually take it, if I were going to hang it up, you can hang it right from that twine. So nice. Again, this is sublimatable. The nice thing about it is it's a nice, crisp picture.
Mhm.
And
it's
this is
beautiful.
a great, nice thing to hang right on the wall. And another thing, I love that I don't have to have a piece of glass on the front of this to keep it looking good.
And it's great too for anyone also that's out there, you have the equipment, but you're also doing some photography. Those types of panels are great for photography. It's the so vivid.
Mhm,
It's
it is.
amazing.
And I know a lot of photographers that we've got as customers love it because now they've got a ready-made piece that they can give to anybody that they've taken pictures with.
Yeah. And to kind of piggyback off of that, so this is also from the same line, the Subla home line, and it's just a really cute sign, love. And we were actually talking about this earlier about how to attach this sublimatable piece here, which would be great for, again, for pictures or personalization. You can go behind there, but you can also put it right on front of there. So it's really to the aesthetic that you would like to have. But it's just a few cool options, and it's just another one of the great pieces we have in that line.
The question we had on the hanging sign that you were showing there is the sublimatable piece is separate, right? And
It
then you
is.
adhere it to the.
Yep, it is. So it's very similar to what Courtney just showed you over here. You're going to get the piece in the box separate from your item that you're going to attach it to. You're going to sublimate on this piece, and then after it's done, you're going to attach it to your item.
Awesome. Thank you.
Perfect. And you know what? Why don't we continue kind of talking about some photography items? You guys have probably seen this sitting in front of me. It's nice front and center. So I'm going to show you it in two ways. So when you receive this product, this is our Duralux panel, and it's a gallery wrap. So you're going to actually receive it flat, and you're going to notice, I'm going to turn it over. You're going to notice, and you can kind of see this, that there are score marks on both sides of this. So when you're done sublimating, you're going to notice that this is now a box. You are going, and I knew I was going to do that one. You are actually going to fold these, and then you've got a nice gallery wrap piece. Now you're going to say, I'm going to show you right what now. This has got a covering on it. That is one of the questions we get a lot. Do I take this off? Yes, you're going to take this off before you sublimate. But we send it with this protection on it. That way there's no scratches on your finished piece. So after we get the picture sublimated, you're going to then take those same score marks and you're going to fold them over. And now you've got a box that can sit right on your flat item. So the other good thing is you don't even need a hanger to put it on your item. You can actually hang this right on the wall that way. Or if you wanted, you could attach a hanger on the top with teeth to put on there. That does not come with it, but it is an option.
Somebody asked if we could show can you show the score mark up a little close on
Yes,
the close-up
I can.
camera there? Thank you. So it is a pretty deep score. It's really easy to bend.
Yep.
You can see that, and it is pretty deep. You can actually see I can kind of put my nail in it, and it goes all the way around. So you're going to sublimate on the front and then bend your score marks to set that gallery wrap.
Courtney, we had a question for a product that you showed on the love sign there. They wanted to know if there was any special glue or anything you needed to attach the circle end. You just use double-sided tape or glue dots or?
Yeah, it's really kind of based upon your preference. You can use either or. To George's point, you can use the glue dots, you can use different types of tape, double-sided tape. So really the options are endless for that.
Thank you.
And then I guess, Courtney, why don't you
Are
go
you all
over the love sign?
Yeah, so this one right here is also going to be in our home decor line. It's a really great option for different types of fabrication methods. So we can kind of go over to how you would put the insert in here. So you can see right here, and I'll actually have Stacy do this up close. But there's going to be a backer here, essentially, that you're going to be taking out, and then you'll be utilizing to put essentially your picture in. So you can put any type of family picture in here, and then right here, nope, other side right here. This is where you're going to be able to do different types of print methodology. So I'll have Stacy kind of zoom in on that.
So I think this would be pretty cool to put like Mr. and Mrs. and maybe the date they got married, or love mom. And maybe you could even put your kids' names right here. That would be a really cute. And then you could have a picture of the kids. So this would be something that I would love to hang on my wall with my 3 kids on it. And then on the back, you'll notice it's just the clips to put in your picture.
Yeah, so this is a really great piece. It's nice, sturdy, great quality again.
Stacy, we had another question on the gallery wrap in front of you. They were asking about the edge once it's bent over. Is that going to damage a wall? And it's got a pretty smooth edge to
It
it,
does.
correct?
It definitely does. So each of these edges are cut and they are not sharp. So of course, I'm not going to tell you, it is metal. So you are going to have a little bit of an edge, but there's no way that you're going to be able to cut it. It's nothing jagged.
And if somebody were to hang that on their wall, it wouldn't really, it's just like any other picture frame. It really wouldn't
Exactly.
damage. Now, if you throw it into the wall.
Definitely. Now, I will
you have
say,
kids.
my son, when he hangs pictures for me, likes to do the pulling and dragging on the wall. You're not going to want to do that, but he does that with every picture, so it's not just these.
Is it to get out of hanging pictures?
I think so.
Okay.
Like mom, and he also likes to hang them crooked. So, I think it is. He's 16. He's a boy.
Thank you.
So I wanted to go over this really cool, and this says Nana's Kitchen Seasoned with Love. And this is our faux white wooden sign. I can't talk today. And this has actually been engraved, but you could also UV LED print. You could also heat transfer on it as well. And I'm going to show this up close for you. And again, this says this is engraved Nana's Kitchen Seasoned with Love, but it's really neat. It's got the nice frame on it. On the back, it's also got a nice backer, and you can be hung directly on the wall. So you'll notice behind us too that we have the bigger sign as well over here. And this one shows fresh herbs. It's not customized to a mother, but you can get it in the bigger as well.
Okay, and then we'll kind of round this out here, which is one of our new lines that we have for wood. Well, we have a lot of different cutting boards.
We do.
So this is a great option. And the really cool part, which I'm going to have Stacy again show the recipe that we have on there. So one of the new things that is out there is you get grandparents pass, and kind of as a memorial, you like to put with their handwriting on there. And it's just a really cool kind of a memorial that you can do, not only just to use it, but to display it.
So you notice this one says, this is an apple cake, and this is from Mama in 1972. So that is the recipe that we put on here. The second I saw this one, I said, I've got a actual recipe of my grandma's tortillas. And I thought, and she's written it out. So I actually think I'm going to do this idea, because it'd be really neat to get this for my children and pass it on to them, so they have my grandmother's recipe. Now this is really neat. This has got a leather strap on it, and this is our acacia board. Now this particular one is actually out of stock right now. We actually are expecting them back in May, but as Courtney said, we have got so many cutting boards. It's actually made right now. If you go to jpplus.com, it's actually one of our main sections. If you scroll down a bit, it says cutting boards, and it shows all of them. So, I mean, even behind us, we've got a couple different ones that you can check out.
Yeah, and there's actually one almost exactly like this, except it has a full handle. So it's a little bit bigger, but still going to be almost the same, just different shape.
And I think we've gone over all of our items. Do we have any questions, George?
No, we still have a few more coming in. So while you're wrapping up here, I'll grab and see if we have any other questions.
That sounds
Come
good.
right back.
You know what? I always I'm going to go back to our PowerPoint, and I'm going to, I know that we talk about this a lot, but, and let me get to our PowerPoint. One of the things that we do a lot of is give me 1 second here, is our JP Bucks. And if you buy any eligible type of equipment right now, you get our JP Bucks. And what you do with that is, after your qualifying purchase, you are going to receive an email from us, and anything from $50 up to $100, and you're going to be able to use that coupon code towards your next purchase. So that is always something that is pretty big for everyone, and I want to make sure customers tend to forget that they've got them, and we want to make sure you utilize those.
Stacy, I'm going to ask you to scroll up one slide.
Yep.
I know you're hidden behind the camera there. There it is.
There we go.
Okay.
I apologize for that.
No,
A little technical difficulty.
No problem. All right, we've got 2 questions that came in. One was on the Nana's Kitchen sign. They
Uh-huh.
wanted to know, was that UV LED printed? And that was actually engraved. And I think we can
Yep.
show that a little bit closer
Yep.
up.
This one was engraved, but I highly encourage, you could definitely UV LED print. You can see this is a little bit deeper of an engrave, and then this is a little bit smaller. So it shows the difference, but you can UV LED print. You could actually even, we've got a lot of vinyl people out there.
Mhm.
You could even put vinyl in this and put something as well. It's a really neat texture, that white color with the nice frame.
And then the second question we had was for the item in front of Courtney. Is that pre-printed or was that printed separately, the one with the heart on it? And that one, correct?
Yes, this is already pre-printed, so you're gonna see it this way. With the heart, that's the way it comes.
Good.
Mhm.
And then the last question, someone wanted to know if there were directions on how to do the watch bands. And we do have some tech tips on our site.
We do.
And this also gives us a chance to plug our YouTube channel because we have a how-to video on our YouTube channel
Awesome.
that shows you how to make those watch bands.
So the really cool thing about the website, and I don't know if you guys have noticed it lately, is anytime we do a video, and let's say we're talking about our home decor item, this love, if you go to that page for that item, what we are now doing is we're actually tagging the video right on that item. So then you can go look and say, ooh, did they talk about that item? Maybe I want to see it up close a little bit better. And you can pull that video right up.
One more question on the Nana's Kitchen one, and this was a great question.
This is popular.
It's been
man.
very popular. On the back of that panel actually comes off, correct?
It
That's
does.
how, so
Yeah.
that's how you would put it into a laser or a UV LED printer.
Correct. So this panel will actually pop right out. You're going to take it out and do your engraving, your UV LED printing. And then once you've got this piece done, you're going to put it back in your frame.
Mhm.
And you notice right along the edges, it's got those, I used to call them these were the ones that as a kid, I used to hurt my fingers trying to, get a little screwdriver to pop them open. If not, you'll break a nail. You do. I've done it. Any other questions?
I think we're good.
Good?
Thank you, ladies.
Okay.
Perfect.
Well, thank you guys so much for checking out our Mother's Day video. We've got a ton coming up. If you go to our website, again, at jpplus.com, click on the top that says trade shows and webinars. You can not only see what we've got upcoming, but you can also see all of our past videos. So you can check out ones that you might have missed, or heck, maybe before you even had a sublimation machine and you want to go back and check out what we've done before.
Or if you just miss us, you can always go
Yeah,
back and see us as well.
definitely. Our contact information is on the website. They kept me behind the camera for quite a while, so I'm usually the ones answering your questions, kind of the keyboard warrior. But every once in a while, I get to pop in the screen as well.
They let you out today.
They did. They totally did. I don't know why. I guess it was because my birthday was earlier this week, and they decided that
It was
I
a
needed to be
reward.
Feel free to take a mug with you.
Oh, totally.
Happy birthday.
So, we get to see all these cool products all day long. So feel free to reach out to any of our salespeople. We're happy to answer any questions. And again, please check us out on jpplus.com. You guys have a wonderful day, and I hope a happy Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Oops, and I need to close out.